Hey, some people are giving me a hard time that so many of my videos are kind of male focused. So I'm gonna make a female focused one. I talk a lot about raising testosterone levels and things like that. Anyway, the number one question that I get from females is about the midsection. The number two question that I get is about hips. So we're gonna go over some hip stuff today. And really the question is, how do we make those hips smaller? And I'm gonna see if I can use my beautiful model here and talk about hips and still stay married after 30 years. So I'm gonna try to keep this all together. Okay, so there are some things that we can do for the hips. There's some things that we can't do for the hips, and let me explain both, okay? Men tend to hold body fat on the midsection. Women tend to hold body fat a little bit lower. Your fat in general is gonna come off even throughout the body. So wherever you have the most body fat, that's where it's gonna come from last. Okay, so women are going to tend to store most of their body fat in the hip and butt area. So what we need to do to reduce that body fat, that's number one, we need to reduce that body fat, is our normal fat loss protocols. Okay, you need to lift weights, you need to build muscle, because that's metabolic, that's going to help you burn more calories throughout the day, right? Even when you're just walking around and doing all that other stuff. And we also need to operate in a slight caloric deficit. So we need to calculate how many calories you're burning throughout the day, and we're gonna eat a little bit less than that. Like we always say, it's just plain math. So that's what we need to do to reduce the fat from there. We can't, and I say that lovingly, by the way, right? Okay. We can't spot reduce. It doesn't really work that way. So that's number one. Number two, here's what we can't change. The distance from your hip bone to hit your hip bone is what your hip bone distance is. There's absolutely nothing that we can do about that. If your hip bones are wider, your hip bones are going to be wider. With that being said, we can try to maximize that whole space and kind of get you as wonderful as humanly possible, okay? But your distance from hip bone to hip bone is not going to change, okay? So that's not going to change, but we can reduce this. And by the way, you look fantastic. I hope I tell you all the time. And I know you've been like working on your nutrition, working out for a long time. I will say this, like over the last, like once you went through chemo and all that and kind of really maybe put some extra emphasis into your nutrition, like boom, you are teenier than ever before. So I love you and you look fantastic. Okay, so that's what we need to do. We, reduce that body fat there. The other thing that we can do, and maybe this is the most important, is kind of create the illusion of smaller hips. And we can create that illusion if she's a little bit wider and through here. So if you're a little wider through here, then you're gonna look smaller through there. So we can do that by working the shoulders, primarily this outer, what we call the medial head of the shoulders. Okay, so I'm gonna take Melissa through a little shoulder workout. Maybe she didn't know that, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do kind of 3 supersets of shoulders, get you through the day. We're gonna be out in a couple minutes. Okay, the first one is gonna be a side lateral raise. Okay, Melissa's gonna keep her palms down. She's gonna bring them up to just to about parallel, maybe a little bit higher than that. We're gonna see how many reps you can get. If you get 12, that'd be great. Ready? 1, and down to my fingers, right to there. 2, breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Now you're going to go right to a shoulder press, the dumbbells at the ears, and drive straight up. 1, we don't need to come down any lower than the ears. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Good job. I'm going to give you a minute break, and we're going to do that again if you want to set the dumbbells down.
Okay.
Those are 5-pound dumbbells, just for reference. And Melissa will tell you, shoulders and pressing movements are not your strength.
No.
Never.
That's usually the max I can do.
Yeah, but you did great.
It starts to burn really fast.
Yeah, but that burn is good. That burn is good. And again, what we're looking to do, and you know, I mean, none of us are gonna be packing on tons of muscle. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about really just kind of trying to firm up and round up this part of the shoulder. And you know, it's almost like if you go from like bad posture, to good posture. That's kind of what we're doing, is almost kind of making that posture better, and again creating the illusion that the hips are a little trimmer, okay? We're gonna go again in about 10 seconds. You're gonna grab those dumbbells. With only a minute break, this is gonna burn a lot more than the last set. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, keep counting while I talk, 3. Note that she's not coming the whole way down. 4, right to there. 5, 6, 7, 8, come on now. 9, 10, focus here. 11, 12, right to your shoulder press. Good job, to the ears and drive up. 1, still focusing on the shoulders, minding the muscle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Squeeze the core while you're doing this. 10, 11, 12. Good job. Good job. We're gonna wait 1 more minute. We're gonna do that again. You can feel those.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll just kind of wrap up and kind of review real quick while we're waiting. Can't do anything about the hip width, okay? From bone to hip bone to hip bone, nothing we can do about that. And our normal kind of fat reduction protocols to get rid of that extra around the hips, okay? And then we're gonna work on building up the shoulders. The other thing that we can do is also work on kind of widening that back a little bit also. Again, all kind of creates that V taper, if you will. Are you getting a good workout, my lady?
Yes.
Okay, last set.
He tricked me into a workout.
Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, focus here. 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. Get these. 7, 8, 9. Get it. Come on now. 10. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. 11. She's starting to cheat a little bit, but that's okay. We're getting our reps in. And to our shoulder presses. 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2. Squeeze the shoulders. Brain here. 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6. Okay, shake it out for a sec. We got 6 more. Get them. Go. 7, 8, 9. Come on. Come on. 10. 2 more. Don't make me yell at you on camera. 11. 1 more. That's it.
Okay.
Ladies,
Holy cow.
hip day. Have a great workout. Any questions, let me know. See ya.